Morning, my name is Fazli and I'm a student at National University of Malaysia, UKM. Today I'm going to share my 2 cents about the Biosphere Reserve in general. So first of all, a couple of historical points because some of you may be very familiar with this, but some of you may not necessarily know. So when UNESCO was founded in 1945, it was one of the very earliest of the specialized agencies, and it started off very powerfully in many ways in all of its different ambitions, and it had major projects. And by 1971, the UNESCO General Conference had agreed to start off a program which was called Man and the Biosphere, MAB. I think it was an incredibly far-sighted move when UNESCO launched the idea of MAB almost 50 years ago. It made human beings understood that we are a part of the biosphere. At the beginning, it was just a research project. The big issues like climate change did not even exist yet, and the world was still relatively stable. This has developed into a program which I regard as one of the most future-oriented and urgent for our planet Earth, especially now. Yes, we no longer have the world of 100 years ago. Climate change is happening. Part of the large ecosystem is being damaged by us. This means that the basis of life for the human community, a community that is growing even larger, must finally be safeguarded here and now. And this can only be done by us. We need to be aware that we are a part of it all, that this wonderful ecologically built house is very vulnerable. And there are links between human health and nature. It's like the nature is a buffer between humans and disease. And emerging diseases are often the results of encroachment into the natural ecosystems and changes in human activity. In the Amazon, for example, deforestation increases the rates of malaria since deforestation of land is the ideal habitat for the mosquitoes. We still do not know the origin of the COVID-19 virus, but 60% of the infectious diseases originate from animals and 70% of emerging infectious disease originate from wildlife. AIDS, for example, came from chimpanzees, and SARS is thought to have been transmitted from an animal still unknown to this day. Ever since we lost 60% of all wildlife in the last 50 years, the number of new infectious diseases has increased. It is not a coincidence that the destruction of land and ecosystem has resulted in a sharp increase in such disease. Thank you.